Alright, we are live. Alright. Well, let's get started. The goal for this stream today is to do Skirk's story quest, Whispers Betwixt Stars and Night. As 5.8 is just around the corner, I figured it was about time to do some story quests. As you can see, I only got 5 left. Should be doing Chiori's first, but you know, we gotta prioritize, alright, for the next update coming out. And No to Cry coming out. You know, I gotta catch up on the lore and all that. Let's go ahead and activate Skirk's quest. And Sinister Undercut.
Traveler! Gee, you're like Space Up City over there. What's up with you today?
Now, why she sound so far away?
You feeling okay? We've been traveling all over lately, so maybe you've come down with something. That's it. We're getting Baiju to check you over.
Oh, we're going to Liyue for Baiju, huh? Also, we got the new Paimon VA. Pretty great. This is like the, I want to say, second time hearing her. I first heard her in the newer event they had in Liyue. The new endgame content. I don't even know what it's called. I really didn't care for it. I was just excited that Paimon has a new VA, Kuching has a new VA. I don't even know where it's located anymore. Where is it at? No, it's right here. Yeah, Stygian Onslaught. I don't know how to pronounce that. Stygian Onslaught? I'm gonna call it Stygian. Like we're playing Mountain Blade, right? I was also able to fix the OBS streaming with, whenever I alt-tab, you could usually, like, see what I was alt-tabbing to, which was kind of bad. I don't want you seeing what I'm alt-tabbing to. It was able to work with the game capture. And I adjusted the mic, so I sound a little bit clearer now. I made it so you can't hear my fan running in the background, keeping me cool. You can't hear that. Proud of myself with that.
Oh. Baiju isn't in his shop.
Rachichi.
Oh, you're looking for Dr. Baiju. He's resting today, but he said to send any patients to the back room.
Ah, okay. Thanks. We'll head on through.
Right then, that's something I was not expecting. Old Genshin, you would have probably gotten a little cutscene with that. There he is. Fortunately, Changchen isn't voiced.
Traveler, Paimon, welcome. What can I do for you?
And luckily, Baiju is voiced.
It's the Traveler. He looks absolutely beat these days. He has these huge dark circles around his eyes, like he hasn't slept a wink. And he keeps spacing out. You have to call his name several times before he snaps out of it. What do you think it is? Is he sick?
I guess I could be. I'm not sure. I haven't been sick before while I've been in Tibet.
Very peculiar. In all the time we've been acquainted, this is the first time you've come to me with a health complaint. Come, let me take a look at you.
Am I gonna live, Doctor?
Okay. Paimon does not like that expression, Baiju. It's not serious, is it?
It's terminal.
Complexion is good, eyes are clear, breathing is steady, pulse is strong. Physically, you appear to be in good condition, Traveler. In theory, your energy level should reflect that. You should be feeling right as rain.
And yet, I do feel like something is off.
Hence my concern. A clean bill of health is usually a good thing, but in this case, it likely means your situation is more complicated.
Or mental.
Physical illnesses come with detectable symptoms that can be used to diagnose, medicate, and cure the condition. But afflictions of a non-physical nature, they fall outside a doctor's realm of expertise.
Huh? What do you mean, non-physical nature?
As I said, mental.
Curses, dark magic, it's hard to say. It could just as easily be a simple case of mental fatigue.
What did I say? I know my shit.
Why don't you rest here for a bit? Whatever it is we're dealing with, clues to your condition are sure to reveal themselves in time. Once we know the root cause, we can administer the right treatment. In the meantime, Changsheng and I will review the relevant literature for afflictions that present with mental fatigue.
I feel like the closest specialist we have probably be Mizuki, but more just deals like with dreams and such. Still go through a therapy session.
Oh, must be a rare condition if not even Baizhu and Changsheng have seen it before. Well, all we can do is take their advice. You look like you're about to collapse anyway. Just get some rest. Paimon will be right here by your side. Fingers crossed you'll be all better when you wake up.
Righty. Guess I'll rest then. Where am I? Thick fog covering my field of vision. Can't see shit out here. Feels more real than a dream, but too chilling to be real life. My breath freezes in my throat before I can even exhale it. Feels like my soul has been wrenched from my body and thrust into this strange and unfamiliar space. Whichever direction I look in, no end in sight. Worse than that, I think there's something in the fog, following me. Shadow. If this is a dream, how long till I wake up? If it's not, where in the world am I? Oh! What in the... Something just pierced through the fog and stabbed me in the back, but there's no blood. Strange light coming from the wound, and I see this familiar-looking spike retreating back into the darkness. Deep inside, it feels like a part of me is missing. Now another wave of fatigue is washing over me. I think it stole my soul.
Traveler! Traveler! Rise and shine! Time to wake up! For once, you're making Paimon look like an early riser. It's already afternoon. Hopefully all that sleep did you some good. Feeling any better?
Paimon, I need you to check if there's a cut on my back.
A cut? What? Did you scratch yourself in your sleep? All right, let Paimon take a look. Nope, nothing there. Wait, did you have a nightmare? Okay, don't panic. Paimon heard that dreams tell us what we need by showing us the opposite. So, if you had a nightmare, maybe all you need is something to cheer you up. Come on, Paimon will treat you to something yummy.
Ooh, I'm in restaurants. Sensing that something isn't right, Paimon orders a bunch of dishes to cheer you up.
What? So, in this dream, dream, you were trapped in a weird place with thick fog everywhere, and then a spike came out of nowhere and stabbed you in the back? Oh. Okay, well, that's a new one. Are you sure it was a dream? Because from the way you describe it, it sounds like you were really there. But then again, you woke up right where you went to bed. And you were definitely in a deep sleep this morning.
I don't know what to make of it either. Maybe it was just a very lifelike dream.
Then, it's decided. Paimon will stay up and watch over you tonight. If anyone tries to mess with you, Paimon will beat him up. Or, wake you up first and then we can beat him up together.
Paimon's smile has a way of putting me at ease. But what I saw is still bothering me. The dream was so chilling. It almost feels like there's something watching me. Some corner of the world, even now. Something stabbed me in my dream. When I woke up, there was no wound. Still, if I focus on that area, I feel a vague aching. Almost as if, deep underneath the flesh, something is...
Something is missing?
Yeah, exactly.
Did you just say something?
You heard that too?
The flesh remains whole, but the soul is incomplete. Left unresolved, the mind will wither away along with it.
Ah! What the... Wait! Paimon remembers you! Your child's master! Skirk?
Skirk.
Right! What are you doing here?
Last time we saw you, you threw Child into a portal.
The last time we saw you was at the Primordial Sea in Fontaine, right? But then we left and never learned where you went after that.
And you had a nice chat with Nevelet that, dropped some, very interesting lore that the, Gnosis are, the remains of, Descenders.
Child's been looking everywhere for you, by the way. What brings you to Wanmin Restaurant of all places? You came here looking for us? And were you the one behind that hocus pocus just now?
Tell me, what is it that you saw? Tight-lipped, huh? I suppose that's fair. You, I'll take a glass of wine.
Hmm? Oh, of course! Coming right up. We make this one in-house. It's not too strong. Enjoy.
Chef Mao, I'll take a grilled tigerfish over here.
Coming right up. Ah, if I knew we'd be this busy, I wouldn't have approved Shenhe's vacation.
At the end of the day, what happens to you is of little consequence to me. I'm not here to try and win you over. Trust me or not, the choice is yours. If you want my help, now's the time to speak up. You have until I finish my drink.
Why are you here?
I was investigating an abyssal disturbance in the area and happened to notice you. Part of your soul is damaged, and the wound bears traces of abyssal corrosion. Need I say more?
How do you know all this?
Neither of those things sound good.
Skirk seems to know something, and given what I've seen of her strength, I bet she can tell me. I don't know what her goal is. In this moment, at least. I don't think she has bad intentions.
Well, should we trust her?
I don't know. What do you think, Paimon?
She mentioned an abyssal disturbance. Maybe that has something to do with what's going on with you. But we could always find a different expert on the abyss to help us out.
Not on short notice, no.
Yeah, and that thing she said about your soul being damaged is scaring, Paimon. Definitely something we should fix sooner rather than later. Skirk's an interesting one, that's for sure. But from what Child's told us, she doesn't seem evil, at least.
1, 2, 7, 10. That'll do.
Well, at least she actually tips.
Well, have you made up your mind?
Oh, dang. Maybe I should have waited till 5.8 to play this one. To hear Zack speak. What I saw was a dark space, shrouded in a dense fog that won't disperse.
So that's all we know, Miss Skirk. Ma'am. Can Can you help us?
So, you couldn't disperse the fog. I understand. Come find me in the Guili Plains when you're done here. Oh, and I left cash for the drink on the table. Settle the bill for me, will you?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay. Huh? She disappeared!
Wait, hold on. You overpaid. Here's your change.
Oh, no. This includes the drink, so it should be the right amount.
I didn't think you two ordered a drink.
We didn't. It was that lady who came and sat with us, remember? You brought it out to her yourself.
You sure? I could have sworn there were only 2 of you at that table.
What?
What'd you put in their dish, Chef Mao? Some kind of hallucinogenic mushroom? You got them seeing things.
Seeing things? Wait, so neither of you noticed her? Young lady? About this tall, wearing a purple dress? She ordered a glass of wine!
Oh, now you mention it, that vaguely rings a bell. And it looks like I did open the wine jar, so it must have just slipped my mind. In any case, that settles your bill. Come again soon. Coming!
Okay, what was going on there? It's like they didn't remember Skirk being there at all.
I wonder if it's because Skirk is also not from this world, that she has powers to make people now remember her. Or I should say, like, normal people.
Even Paimon was half convinced we hallucinated the whole thing. But that Mora she left for us was definitely real. Oh, this whole situation is giving Paimon the creeps. But anyway, she told us to head to the Guili Plains, right? Let's not keep her waiting.
Oh, how creepy. Are they just gonna teleport me there so I don't have to walk all the way there? Oh, good enough. Oh, Rift Hounds.
Whoa, what are all these Rift Hounds doing here? Huh, looks like they're collecting something. Oh, let's go check it out.
This is long overdue. Born of ice and frost.
Raincutter, no, my sword!
You two! Time to end them!
Unleash!
So, this is what they were collecting.
Oh,
It looks kinda like...
God remains.
Yeah. What is going on here?
I'm surprised they would find some, like, right out here in the field.
From the moment they are born, all beings with great power have an impact on this world. Even if their body is sundered and their soul extinguished, their influence remains. Gods are the most common example of that. The remnants of gods who fell thousands of years ago remain buried deep within the earth, carrying within them a warped will and a dark curse. Together, these remnants form what you call God remains, and it appears that some of those sealed here were dug up and removed. There are traces left, but they're fading fast. What are you doing?
Why are you touching her?
Nothing! Just wanted to make sure you were, real?
Okay, valid, but also, Paimon, your hands to yourself. Forgive her, she means well.
She's definitely not a ghost traveler. Paimon poked her, and she's solid.
After you left the restaurant, the other diners acted like you were never there.
Your life hangs in the balance, and that's what you're fixated on? Strange set of priorities.
Yeah, I kinda just live in the moment.
It was just a trick to avoid being perceived. If someone notices me, those memories are erased. Simple as that. Unlike you, I have no desire to establish a connection with the world. The weak and the lowly have no right to remember me. They're lucky they only have a few missing memories to show for it. Now, can we please get back on track?
Okay. Where were we? Right. The god remains. So, basically, there's now less of them here than there used to be, right? Isn't that a good thing? In our experience, god remains are 100% bad news. A lot of terrible things have happened because of them.
Maybe it's a good thing by human standards, but power doesn't come from nothing, and it doesn't just disappear for no reason. The remains aren't just gone. They were taken.
Like, part of my soul was taken?
Very clever, Traveler. You aren't the only one who had something taken from you. There are victims like you everywhere. The only difference being, you can speak, and the remains cannot, so it went unnoticed. Something similar happened in Sumeru. Within the span of one night, countless consecrated beasts were slaughtered, and a large amount of the god remains buried in the desert went missing.
Oh.
Of course, god remains are just one of the targets. The culprit is chipping away at sources of power all over this world, including the Stella Fortuna above.
Wait, you mean... the stars?
Mm-hmm. 42 of them have died out in the past few months alone.
Dang it, no one else has noticed this?
In Conria, people believed that powerful individuals have corresponding Stella Fortuna. Even should that individual fall, their Stella Fortuna would not disappear, but gradually evolve into a new constellation. Yet now, stars are disappearing from the skies entirely, and it's not hard to deduce what's happening to the power they contain. Something has been leeching power from this world like a parasite steals nutrients from a host. And now, it's no longer satisfied with the remains of the dead. It wants you.
Me?
This time, it only took a fragment of your soul. But next time, there's no telling how far it could go.
But why me?
No one knows. All I know for certain is this. Getting back what you lost will not be easy. Considering how much power this entity has stolen, it must be a god-level being by now at least. But that's not the real concern. Souls are fragile things, and yours could easily be crushed if you go up against it.
So you're gonna help us, right?
We're going to help each other. You are my ticket to uncovering this thing's true identity.
Well, great! You seem super strong, and you know a lot about the Abyss, so Paimon will take it.
Thank you.
Don't get all mushy on me. All I'm doing is helping you get back to normal after a sudden crisis. And I should warn you, getting mixed up with me can have unforeseen consequences. We're on very different journeys. You don't want to be in my debt, trust me. You help me uncover the truth behind this entity, and I'll help you recover what you lost. This is a transaction, that's all. You would do well to remember that. Now, come along.
Yeesh! You'd think she'd be a little friendlier since she's agreed to help us. But nope, she's just like when we met her in the Primordial Sea. So cold.
Well, as she said, she doesn't want to be remembered in this world.
Well, whatever. If that's how it's gonna be, then she doesn't deserve our friendship. What she does deserve is a super embarrassing nickname.
And you got one cooked up, right?
Ah, Paimon's got it. Frosty the Lavender Melon. Serves that Ice Queen right. Anyway, the important thing is that we get that piece of your soul back. So, let's follow her and see what sort of plan she's got.
Alright then, into the portal I go. Oh, where the hell are we now?
Whoa! This place is way bigger than Paimon expected. Where are we?
This is where I live. I suppose it's the closest thing I have to a home here.
Damn, girl, you live like this? It seems more like something in the abyss.
It is. I brought you here because time flows differently in this place.
How so?
I don't know how much Ajax has told you, but when he fell into this space, I mentored him for 3 months. In that time, only 3 days passed in the outside world.
Oh, see.
Ajax? Oh, right! That's Child's real name! Yeah, Paimon remembers him mentioning something like that. So, a month here is equivalent to 1 day in the outside world? That should mean we're safe from that power-hungry soul snatcher for now, right?
That also makes a lot of sense considering how powerful Skirk is. Time flows differently here. And it takes so much time to grow even more powerful by just training in here. Ooh, I wonder if that's gonna happen with Traveler when we figure out who this god is.
Yes, well, I didn't bring you here just to show you around. In the outside world, the Traveler could be attacked at any moment. But coming here has bought us quite a bit of time. Now, we just need to figure out how to investigate that place you saw. The one full of fog. Both your description and the abyssal disturbance I felt point to that space having some connection to the abyss. It could even be a domain similar to this one. The thief who stole that fragment of your soul is hiding there. But the abyss is a chaotic and turbulent place. If we want to pinpoint their location, we need to see what that space looks like without the fog. Abyssal power can grant a special form of sight. Have you ever wielded abyssal power before?
No. Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Do you plan to learn?
For now? No. Kind of at odds with the Abyss. Technically speaking, the only one that has abyssal power would be Lumine.
That tracks. All the information you have suggests the Abyss is something sinister, and that abyssal power is a wild and dangerous force that always spells disaster.
And you're saying that's not true?
Depends on your perspective. Floods and hurricanes take countless lives too. But if one day you gain the power to control them, what was once a calamity is now just another tool in your arsenal. I'll respect your opinion, though. Just means we have to turn to the second best option.
What's this?
A little abyss crystal that contains my power. Wear it on your head, and we'll be able to perform dream mirroring when we fall asleep.
Dream mirroring?
This is kind of like Inception.
It means experiencing whatever the other person is dreaming. Everything they see, think, and feel.
It kind of is like Inception.
Since you haven't studied the art of using abyssal power, and have no plans to jump in the deep end right now, I'll have to do the investigating for you.
Oh, thank you.
With dream mirroring, every time you slip into a deep sleep, I'll see with my own eyes whatever scene plays out in your mind. Then, I can guide you through the dream environment, and we'll take back what was stolen from you.
Huh. You make it sound so simple.
So all I need to do is wait. Is there anything you need me to do?
Tough to say. This is an unprecedented situation for both of us. Even assuming we do manage to find where this entity is hiding, like I said, getting your soul fragment back won't be easy. To play it safe, I need to give you some special training first.
Wait, you're gonna teach him some of your martial arts?
Bring it.
Does that mean the next time we see Child, we have to treat him like our senior?
He ain't gonna be my senior. I beat his ass so many times, it doesn't count. Even if I am training under his master.
Do as you want. For my part, I don't see you as my disciples.
Oh, good.
You're already a pretty good fighter. All I'm planning to do is build on your current skills, and train you for the specific scenarios that I think we might face. But that's enough talk. If you're ready to do this, then come with me. Time might be more lenient here, but that's no excuse to waste it.
Oh, she moves fast. Paimon can hardly keep up with her. So, special training, huh? Kind of a rare opportunity. With your skills, there's not a lot of people qualified to train you. Last time something like this happened was probably anti-Raiden Shogun training, right? Oh, feels like a lifetime ago.
Jeez, I guess you're right. It was a lifetime ago.
Skirk seems pretty strong too, though. Remember how she said that the all-devouring narwhal was just her master's pet? Maybe we really will learn something here.
Hope so. Hey, alright. Special training. Bring the first round of special training. Where'll I go? No, I never leveled up Traveler all the way. I kinda want to, just for the lulz. I feel like I should. Alright, Skirk, tell me what to do.
Ready?
Bring it on!
Your training will be split into 3 stages. Testing your blade work, elemental abilities, and reasoning skills. We'll start with blade work. You're no rookie in this area, so I won't bore you with the basics. During your long journey, you've no doubt sparred with a lot of talented sword fighters. Consciously or not, you will have picked up all kinds of techniques from them.
You bet! There's Kaya, Master Jean, Kuching. Oh, and Kazuha, Ayaka. Yeah, we've met sword masters like you in every nation we've been through. You sparred with a bunch of them too, right? Nice to know it's all gonna come in handy now.
Don't get too smug. In sword fighting, techniques alone are not enough. You need a cohesive system to bring it all together. A style or school of fighting. To use the human body as an analogy, your style is your skeleton, the foundation, the framework. Techniques are the muscles and other flesh attached to the bones. This is where your strength comes from. Improving your sword fighting is like growing that body. If your frame got bigger and taller, but you didn't add any muscle mass, you'd be weak and flimsy. Then again, if you packed on pounds of flesh without a big enough frame to support it, you'd end up bloated and unwieldy.
Understood. What's the next step?
You need to do some introspection. Take a good, hard look at your past experiences and figure out which parts of what you've learned are just techniques, and which parts can be used to form your own system of blade work. Only then will you get the full utility out of all your thoughts and observations along the way. Only then will every strike you deliver make perfect sense.
Wait, is that it? Paimon thought you were gonna teach him some cool new moves. Like when you went swoosh and opened a tunnel to another place.
One day, you'll reach a new level of power where you realize that even that's as basic a trick as any other. But right now, our sword styles are so wildly different that teaching you mere techniques is pointless. There are no shortcuts in the pursuit of power. Failure is your best teacher, and rigor is your coursework. That's all I have to say. Time to make a start. Train until you're satisfied with yourself. Now focus. Destroy the crystal columns as swiftly as you can.
Oh boy.
Oh, this is making Paimon's head spin.
Oh,
Hang in there, Traveler!
900? Oh, let's go. Growing stronger. Oh, there we go. Limitless power surging through me. I wish you would told me that sooner.
Stay calm. Use your head. You have to keep it together.
Nice. Oh, it's nice. Nice. Prototype Rancor. Amazing. This is transforming my whole view of sword work. I'm using the same techniques as ever. Now they're having different effects. As if I've unlocked a hidden door in my mind. There's a wellspring of strength on the other side. In my mind's eye, I'm seeing images of the friends I've made. Theirs are the sword styles and the techniques I've come to know.
This moment will be frozen in time.
Cut to the chase.
Consider a moment of true mastery that you've witnessed in another person, and ask yourself, what lies beneath the surface? What's their guiding philosophy? What's their state of mind as they maneuver their weapon? Now take that and practice it right away with speed, skill, and strength, over and over, until your hand is one with your mind. This is the only path to true growth.
Step on up. Dance with the waves.
My sword style, my journey.
If you start to tire, empty your mind, but do not stop. Stay in that frame of mind as you keep up the fight. Get rid of all redundant movements. Imagine your sword is an extension of your own body. Wield it just as you wield your arms, hands, and fingers.
'Twas on a deserted, moonlit night that the hero approached the vile dragon's limpid lair. Rain Cutter! Feathers fleeting wet, the white heron treads water, a sight without flaw. Master of Inazuma Kamisato art Tachijutsu.
Each slash of my blade, I feel my strength increasing. I don't know if my weapon can contain all this power. I'm in the zone. Limitless power is surging through me.
Huh. Looks like you've made some real progress. That concludes your training session.
Awesome! Paimon knew you could do it!
Actually, I'm gonna take the screenshot real quick. Oh, perfect. With the whole OBS thing I did, you can't even see me taking screenshots, so I can continue to, like, straight away now. That's awesome.
How do you feel?
Exhausted. I'm fighting to keep my eyes open.
As you should be. Time flies when you're training hard. You've actually been going for several days now with no rest.
Several days.
Yeah, meanwhile, Paimon's had a whole bunch of naps. But you were so focused, she didn't want to interrupt you.
Go get some sleep. I'll be doing the same very soon. Let's hope you see that foggy place in your dream, so I can get this investigation over and done with.
Ooh, Ooh, this is a very fun and interesting side quest. Not side quest, story quest, I should say.
Sometimes you have to practice a single movement 1,000,000, maybe 10,000,000 times before the breakthrough moment comes. Nothing in the outside world can help you in this process. The most important thing is to remain patient.
Thank you, Skirk. Also, I never realized how, like, short her... I should not be paying attention to that, but you know. Item designer. Nice little camp, Paimon. I don't know. Something about this place really reminds me in Helldivers 2 when you're on like a bug planet and you have to like destroy nests. For some reason, it kind of reminds me of that, but it's like if we use like what we did on Meridia, just using dark matter on it, and you just destroyed everything. That's what it kind of reminds me of. I don't know what it is. Oh, time to go Nini. What is this place? I've been pulled back into that place again? Skirk said the dream mirroring would kick in when I fell asleep. So why am I back here? No. Closer inspection isn't the same dream as last time. It's dark and gloomy, but there's that chilling fog that made my hair stand up. Hold on. If dream mirroring is a two-way process, maybe I'm seeing inside her mind while she's exploring mine? This is her inner world. It's pretty bleak. I can occasionally make out the sound of a flowing stream, but other than that, it's so empty. This thing. What's that? What a strange looking creature. Where did it come from? I think it wants me to follow it. Might as well see where it leads. Thing looks familiar. Like the little, shoot, what is it called? It's in Fontaine.
Skirk, why are you skipping classes again? We've talked about this.
'Cause he's a crabby old man, and he's a boring old man. I don't like going to his classes.
Excuse me. You shouldn't talk about your teacher like that. It's very disrespectful.
All right, let's not get into a big fight about this. Skirk's learned what she needs. There's no point forcing her to sit through more classes if she doesn't want to be there. But I'd still love to hear about what you got up to yesterday. Why don't you tell your dad all about it?
I went diving, and I saw this huge fish. I never knew they could get that big. It looked kind of dumb, though, with that stupid big fat head. I tried to shake its fin, but it just spat water at me. Oh, and today, I'm gonna go to that prairie up north. There's supposed to be this giant bird there that can spit fire. I bet if I climbed on its back, it could fly me all the way to the stars.
Then I suppose your old dad should get one as a pet too. Otherwise, how are you gonna hear me call you for dinner up there in the stars?
When it's time to eat, I'll come back on my own, Zilly. Anyway, gotta go. Bye, Mom. Bye, Dad.
Wait! Put on a coat at least. You'll catch a cold. I'm talking to you, young lady. You spoil that child, you know. Ever since that merchant ship arrived, she practically lives outside. Always going on about exploring the beyond one day, whatever that means.
Let the kid do what makes her happy. Besides, we both know you're all bark and no bite. Come on, our little adventurer is gonna be hungry when she gets back. Let's get started on dinner.
Mount. Wonders of Wonderful today. Oh, this reminds me of Penacony.
The stars shimmer high above. But what lies beyond the stars? Mountains as far as the eye can see? An endless snowy plain? Or maybe buildings taller than the sky, like the people from the merchant ship said. I can't be the only one asking these questions. The universe is fascinating. If only I could meet some other people like me. We could set sail together and explore every corner of the world. I'm sick of being a kid. There's so many amazing things out there, and I'm ready to see them all. But for now, I'm starving. Better get back.
Oh, over there. Something's going on.
Don't let a single one of them get away!
No, please, spare the children! Stay back!
They're coming! Run!
Help!
Eliminate the threat.
Take them down!
Don't be scared. Ah!
This way!
We'll never make it!
Fire. There's fire everywhere. What happened?
I told you we shouldn't have trusted these outsiders!
Why are you doing this? What did we do to deserve this? We welcomed you with our finest food and drink, showed you the best our home has to offer, gifted you cloth dyed by our own hands. And this is how you treat us?
Run! Save yourselves!
Captain, Zone 3 is clear and we have Zone 2 surrounded.
Begin extermination. Remember the orders from upper command. No one is to be left alive.
Rest assured, sir. We have enough munitions to annihilate these savages and burn their entire civilization to the ground.
Good. The only ones who put up a real fight are that man and his wife, correct? What's their status?
We shot the man in the ankles and the wife broke her wrist attempting to fight back. They won't be doing much more fighting. They're holed up in their home for now, but they won't last long. To prevent them from making some kind of last stand, we're planning to clear out the other zones first so we can send a bigger squadron to surround them.
Well, well. Turns out some of these beasts do know how to use their claws. Now the threat these savages pose will be undeniable. Let them cling to what's left of their lives for a little longer. Once the other zones are cleared, I'll cut off their heads myself.
Jesus.
Dad? Mom?
Skirk, you're all right? Thank heavens.
I'm so happy to see you, sweet girl. But you need to go. It isn't safe here. They'll be back any second.
What happened? You're bleeding a lot. Dad?
This is the place. Alert all units. Prepare to surround.
Run, Skirk! Run as far away as you can! Don't trust anyone! Your dad and I, we're not afraid to stare death in the face, but we need you to survive. My clever girl, so curious. You're already so brave. I know you're going to grow up to be such a positive light in this world.
Whenever you miss us, just play this song. Remember, life is a gift. Don't let darkness claim it.
Break down the door! Look what we have here. A savage that can pluck a tune. Well, the show's over. You! Stop singing! Shut it! I said shut it or I'll make you! Fine. Have it your way!
What was that?
Oh, you're awake? I found a few clues while you were asleep, but it's only a start. Now, time for the second stage of your training. This time, the focus is elemental energy. Come find me when you're ready to begin.
Oh boy. Right. Second part training.
Man, staying in the abyss feels so surreal, don't you think? No day and no night. It's like time hardly exists. If we weren't careful to keep track, it feels like we'd have no idea how long we've even been here. Well, except for the fact that Paimon still gets hungry like clockwork. You go do your training. Paimon's gonna grab a bite.
Right, Paimon. I'm ready to start.
The way I see it, the pursuit of power is divided into 3 stages. The first is mastering the use of standard weapons. Next is learning how to harness natural energy. And after that, you're free to challenge even higher dimensions. The natural energy of Teyvat is, of course, elemental energy. But that's not my area of expertise. I draw from a different source of power.
Different source of power. That must mean...
Abyssal power, yes. Also known as the power of the Void Realm. My master, Sirtologi, is a true expert in that area. After all, he was one of the group of 5 that infamously stole the all-encompassing power of the Abyss, an act for which the people of Conria gave them the epithet, the 5 Sinners. The elemental energy of Teyvat, on the other hand, is derived from the power of the Light Realm. These 2 forms of energy exist in direct opposition to each other. Suffice to say, there's not much I can teach you this time.
There's something familiar about the power you use. It almost seems related to cryo in some way.
A keen observation, traveler. Call it respecting local norms. The Abyss stands in direct conflict with the will of this world. So, to make my life easier, I disguise my power to make it appear cryo-like in nature. It's a technique I learned from some Conrian ruins, known as the 7 Shifting Serpent. If you ever change your mind about delving into abyssal power, I can teach it to you.
Write that down, write that down. Abyssal power doesn't suit me. I have the ability to purify abyssal power.
So I've heard. You seem to have a knack for removing abyssal power. But is purification really what's going on there? Like I said, power does not simply disappear.
What are you trying to say?
Just thinking out loud. Let's focus on your elemental training. That's what's gonna help us if the situation gets tricky. True growth comes from adversity, but only if you make the choice to pick yourself up again every time you fall. So, it's time to push yourself to the limit, and then keep pushing. This is the only way to advance at pace.
Push it to the limit.
Use the power of Animo to clear the field as fast as you can.
I haven't used Animo forever. Windblade!
Windblade! Disappear!
Oh man, it's good to hear Zach's voice again. I never use Animo anymore.
Windblade!
Observe your surroundings. Look for things you can use to tilt the scales of success in your favor.
Come on, come on.
Go with the wind!
There we go.
Windblade!
Perfect. Ending with Hydro.
Use the power of Hydro to destroy
What a gun,
the
what a
spikes.
gun, what a gun!
Faster. Don't give them a chance to strike you. You need to be quicker than you were in your dream. You can't afford another injury like that.
Go!
Oh, hurry, hurry.
Water jet!
Oh.
Go!
Along my journey, I gained different elemental abilities in different lands. But I never trained them all at once like this.
You need to understand what makes you special. The ability to wield elemental energy without a vision and switch between the elements at will. It means your aspirations need no approval from the gods. Your power is not bound by the rules of this world. So be bold. Do not be afraid to chart your own path.
Graceful as the wind, tough as stone, nimble as lightning, flourishing like foliage. I can feel the power of the elements flowing through me. Sometimes as peaceful as a flowing stream, other times surge like a raging river. I close my eyes, I can almost hear their voices, but it's not like a wild beast battling me for dominion. It's more like saying hello to a friend.
Very good. It seems you've reached a deeper level of connection with the elements.
Oh, that is just awesome. How long has it been this time? I'm exhausted.
Long enough for you to lose yourself in your training, which is a good sign. Relentless practice with the elements has drained all your strength, but it's also what allowed you to make progress. Get some rest. When you wake up, we'll proceed to the final stage of your training.
Oh my goodness, this is like the coolest story quest. Now, take that with like a grain of salt, because I actually love all the story quests. This one is just really cool, because we get to see Traveler becoming better than he already was.
If you wish to master the elements at a fundamental level, you must see the entire natural world. Nature in all its places and forms. That is part of what it means to be a traveler.
Alright, before I go do that, I'm gonna go take a little break. I don't wish to leave, but I will be right back though. Also, I did not realize, I forgot I had the dock up, and some people commented. Yes, you can ask me something. I just probably won't respond to it because, doing the story. But yeah, you may ask. Alright. Back to it. I think we'll see some of Skirk's past memories. This place again. Did you bring me here? No response. The strange creature just floated away. What is that thing? What's it doing in Skirk's inner world? And where is it taking me this time?
What is the secret to power?
Oh, her master the foul.
Longing, hatred, self-preservation. No, it is fear. The fear of losing those you love. The fear of watching your home burn. Fear of loneliness. Fear of death. Fear is the source of evolution. It forces humanity to adapt to their environment and overcome hardship. It is in the process of prevailing over our fears that we surpassed first ourselves and then the rest of the world. That fear is now part of you. It calls on you to evolve. And it is time to answer. Any minute spent missing home is a minute wasted. Practice your sword work instead. Do not make me tell you twice.
But, Master, I can barely lift the sword anymore. If I keep going, I feel like my wrist is going to break.
So it has not broken yet. Then pick up your sword and keep practicing until it breaks. I want to hear the cracking and splintering of bone.
Oh, jeez.
After all, bones can always be reset. Good, Skirk. Once again, you survived. How do you feel?
Cold and pain.
These are signs that you are adapting to the abyss. Each time the flesh is torn and the spirit crushed, each time you claw back from the brink of death, you become stronger. I now understand why these people sought to destroy your homeland. Your potential goes beyond even what I could have anticipated. But you still have much to learn in your pursuit of strength. Your mind is rife with distractions. From now on, I shall show no mercy in your training. You must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion, crush the self that makes you weak, and become master over your physical form. Get up, Skirk. Wipe the blood off your face. Cut away the rotten parts of your flesh. And mend what is broken. Then take up your sword.
Yes, Master.
Dream is over. Can't get that suffocating, oppressive feeling out of my head. So many questions about the Skirk's past. Where did she come from? What has she been through?
You're up! Hopefully you got some good rest. Skirk said to tell you that she's ready to start the final stage of your training whenever you are. So, want to head over now? Or did you want to wait a little?
I really want answers, but right now, it's vital that I complete my training. Once that's done, I have a chance to talk to her. If she even wants to talk about it. Doubt she will. Down 3.
From your training so far, you have gained better command of the sword, and more control over your elemental abilities.
It's all thanks to your guidance.
That's only part of it. Experience is the real teacher. Your journey, the friends you have made, the dangers you have faced. These have taught you more than I ever could. Now, it's time to focus on how you react under pressure. You must be able to think rationally, even in unpredictable combat situations. To simulate this, I'm going to attack, and you're going to block. Ready?
Ready.
Not bad. That defensive stance looks near unbreakable. Just like your sister. That reminds me. You still don't know what happened to her, do you?
Oh no. Don't let her get in your head. Oh.
Hey, no fair! That's cheating!
All's fair in love and war.
You think every opponent has the same moral code as you? You can denounce their deplorable methods all you want. But only if you live to tell the tale. The dead don't get to complain. Strong emotions will always arise in combat. Anxiety, anger, fear. But a true warrior is never at their whim. Only when you are free from the influence of emotion can you make the right choice, no matter the situation.
You describing yourself?
How amusing. Almost sounds like you think you know me. But you don't. You can choose your own path. We are not the same. Let's begin. Try to use reason over emotion. Make the most rational and advantageous decision in any given moment. This is your final training session. Look alive. Same drill as before, but this time I'm going to interfere. Hold your focus.
Go! Water jet!
Needs help. I thought I could hit it.
Not bad. Better than I expected.
It's not easy to control my emotions. Battle is overwhelming, but if I could just focus all my attention on what my opponent is doing and how I respond, it's almost like my emotions take a back seat.
You're getting the hang of it. The first step to controlling your emotions is controlling your mind. You want a unified train of thought. It all comes down to focus.
Focus. Focus on the battle. I think it's working. You can choose to tune out anything that isn't relevant to the battle, but I think I'm still pretty far from having full control over my emotions.
Your mind is rife with distractions. From now on, I shall show no mercy in your training. You must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion, crush the self that makes you weak, and become master over your physical form.
Skirk went through this kind of training too, didn't she? How merciless does the training have to be to make someone substitute all emotions for pure reason?
Stop. Let's pause here. One look, and I can tell your mind has wandered. That's to be expected. There's a limit to how long a human being can concentrate on one thing. Staying calm and focused sounds simple in theory, but in practice, it's more demanding than sword work or elemental abilities.
Skirk is right. Now that I've stopped, all the emotions I was suppressing are rushing back to the surface. Pain, exhaustion, frustration, doubt. But exhaustion is the main one. I feel like I could fall asleep on the spot.
Get some rest. No point training further if you're already dead on your feet. Like I said at the beginning, the only goal of this training is for you to reach a point that you're satisfied with. You managed to push past your limits, which is a good start. You can be proud of that and sleep well knowing that you've earned it.
Is that a treasure chest I hear?
Warriors will train day and night to perfect their skills. But when the battle comes, their fate may be decided in a matter of minutes. One mistake, one moment of hesitation, and just like that, all their blood, sweat, and tears were for nothing. You need to push yourself to perfection, or you might not even live to regret it.
Oh boy, let's go see more memories. Looks like I'm back in Skirk's inner world. See that strange creature this time. But I think I can navigate this space on my own now, even without it here to guide me. I don't know how to leave, so I'm stuck here until I wake up. Can't hurt to take a look around while I wait. What if that also just means I could just, like, keep going? Or is there, like, a barrier? And I, like, be like, nope, you can't go that way. Looks like I just keep going. Gotta be, like, some barrier, right? I can't even sprint, too. Oh, yep, here's a barrier. Oh, I gotta go all the way this way now. Can't even sprint.
Skirk is amazing. She faced down that terrifying giant and cut its head clean off.
Oh, she got hurt though, didn't she? I heard it was pretty bad.
Yeah, well, that's a given. But the moment she was on the mend, she got right back to practicing her sword work. I heard Master suffered a grave injury once too. Lost an arm and a leg and still came back stronger than ever. Skirk's becoming more like him by the day.
Oh, incredible. I wonder if I'll ever reach their level. They're always so resolute, so unshakable.
Sounds like the Fowl had multiple disciples in his training.
Pathetic. You're not even trying. You're so much weaker than you think.
Skirk, have you become a positive light in this world?
Do you even remember how many of us perished in that fire? How many bodies were left to rot on the scorched earth? Yet you alone live on.
Keep your gaze fixed on your blade. You don't deserve to rest.
I have so many questions. I just want to jump in a spaceship, explore the whole universe, and get answers from the stars. I just need to wait till I'm grown up. Then I can do anything.
Now, you must bid farewell to who you were in the past and become someone stronger.
Run! Skirk! Run! Only death awaits us here. Keep running, and don't ever look back.
Let's see here. First things first, you need a new identity. Going around telling people you're from somewhere beyond the stars won't do, now will it? How about saying, you hail from beneath the earth instead? As the Conrian saying goes, venturing out into the universe and down into the abyss are the same in that both are braving the dark unknown.
Well, I'm a visitor on this planet, so I'll follow the rules.
Ah, splendid. That saves me quite a bit of trouble. Let me offer you a piece of advice in return, although it might not be what you want to hear. I know the pursuit of strength is important to you, but taking a moment for yourself every once in a while is never a bad idea. Ignore her existence for too long, and there will come a day when you can no longer hear her voice.
It's good to know that Alice met Skirk. Dream is over. Hear the crackling of a fire in the distance. There's a fragrant aroma in the air. Grilled meat.
You're awake! You must be starving, right? Ta-da! A barbecue feast just for you!
Yeah, I'm starving.
Of course you are! That's why Skirk and Paimon got this all ready for you. Dig in, before it gets cold.
You two? So, you're best friends now?
Ah, well, if you're around someone long enough, it's bound to happen. Plus, Skirk can cook. So, Paimon decided she can forgive the whole Ice Queen thing. Paimon's not one to hold a grudge.
Here's an idea. Let's save the chit-chat until after the meal.
Ugh, so full. Okay, it's Paimon's turn to sleep now. Wake her up when it's time to go.
I have good news.
Oh?
First, your training is complete. You have what it takes to wield immense power. Now it's just a matter of putting it into practice. Continue to learn from your journey and hone your skills against formidable opponents. Second, I've located the culprit we've been searching for. Next, we just need to retrieve the missing part of your soul, and our business will be concluded.
Thank you. That was a lot faster than I expected.
When Ajax trained with me, he once told me he was bursting with questions. So I allowed him to ask me 3 of them before he left. You and I may never meet again, Traveler. So if there's anything you want to ask me, now's your opportunity. Just like Ajax, I'll answer 3 of your questions.
Please be like multiple questions I can ask, and not just set 3. Spending time in Skirk's inner world and witnessing her memories, there are so many questions I could ask. The most important one is, are you really from Tibet?
Okay, not the angle I was expecting. What makes you ask that?
Dang, maybe I should have actually waited till 5.8. I'm sorry, I didn't tell you earlier, but while we were dream mirroring, I think I saw your memories. This is the first time I've seen Skirk break her composure. I guess this really took her by surprise.
I knew that was a possible side effect. Closed off my mind to you for that exact reason. Even with the dream mirroring, you should have seen nothing but endless darkness.
Skirk didn't share those memories with me on purpose, and in fact, she tried her best to keep them from me. Wait, speaking of endless darkness, my first time there, that was all I saw, until that strange creature appeared.
Whatever. Must have been a flaw in my execution. I shouldn't be too surprised. Due to some recent circumstances, my self-control has been lacking as of late.
It could also be the her that Alice was talking about, her explorative side before, you know, all that.
Since you've seen what you've seen, there's no reason to hide the truth. All I ask is that you keep it a secret. No, I'm not from Tevat. I'm from a different planet. And there was a time when I journeyed through the stars. A lot like you in some ways.
Like me? You mean you're also a descender?
No, we're different in that respect. You're influencing the fate of this world. But me, I'm just passing through. Several hundred years ago, my master, Sertologi, opened the border between worlds and sent me here. But this is not my home. And one day, I'll return to the vast unknown of space. So, there you have it. On to your second question.
What is your goal in coming here?
To become stronger. For certain reasons, I need to bridge the power gap between me and my master as quickly as possible. But first, I need to understand the source of his strength. To do that, I need to follow in his footsteps, walk the path he once walked, and somewhere along the way, I'll find out how to defeat him. That is my sole focus and purpose. Okay. You have one question remaining.
First goal is to defeat the Foul. I'm gonna hear how serious this is for her. Wonder what those certain reasons could be. But given how quickly she blazed through that answer, I doubt she wants to talk about it. I have one question left. What should I ask?
You make it sound so easy. Ever since the incident I experienced there, I've never stopped searching for Master Skirk and that unknown abyss. But it's been years now, and I've still found nothing.
Maybe I should take this opportunity to get Child some answers.
Well, your last question?
No Child is looking for you, right? Are you going to let him see you?
Ajax. His situation is different than yours. Before you ever crossed paths with me, you'd already encountered many formidable people, studied their techniques, and developed your own skill set. So, during your training, all I had to do was build upon that foundation. But Ajax was so young when he came to me. A complete blank canvas. Children can't help but imitate their role models. In the long run, that would only hinder his growth. Once Ajax has enough strength in his own right, I will allow us to meet again. Until then, let that motivate him to reach his full potential.
That was a calm and calculated answer. Like she was talking about something entirely mundane. I don't know why, but I'm not buying it. Makes it sound like the decision has everything to do with Child, nothing to do with her. But what does she actually feel about it? This is completely silent. Its domain must get lonely after a while. Not to mention, she said that it's been hundreds of years since she arrived to Tibet. Even longer than that if you account for how slowly time passes.
Unlike you, I have no desire to establish a connection with the world. The weak and the lowly have no right to remember me. They're lucky they only have a few missing memories to show for it.
All that time, she never established a connection with this world. Really just because she looks down on the world. I doubt she'd give me a straight answer if I asked. Besides, I already used up all 3 of my questions. She was happy to give me cold, hard facts, but I still feel like I haven't heard her true words.
Wake up your companion. It's time to go. Oh, and everything I just told you, best keep it a secret from her as well.
Time to go. Oh, finally. Where are we headed?
Just follow me. I'll open an abyssal rift close to the culprit's location. It will take us to where he's hiding.
Oh, goody. Also, he... There's a... team. Like this. I'm gonna go click my rewards real quick. Where are they at? Ooh, okay, near towards the chasm. Okay. This has been actually a really awesome story quest.
Ad Astra Abyssos. Thank you for completing.
Thank you, Catherine. Here real quick and switch teams. Probably get a healer.
I'm here.
We're way behind schedule.
No, we are. We're getting there. Let's do some looting. He stood no chance at all. Stupid slime.
Wait, this is near the chasm, right?
Yes. If we enter from here, we'll be able to reach that place from your dream. You have some experience with abyssal domains by now, but still, this is someone else's territory. Best to proceed with caution.
Don't worry, Paimon's an expert at hiding behind other people for safety. Oh, but, that means you need to stay safe, traveler.
I will. Let's teach this thief a lesson.
All right. Remember your training. Time to put it to use.
Let's do this. Maximum effort. Oh, perfect. Ooh. C3. Very nice.
Another star goes out! Yeah.
Whoa! Look at all these spikes! Careful, don't get hit! You know what? Paimon's just gonna float behind you. Come on, you got this!
Wipeout!
Fearless.
Water jet!
Into the void.
The void they win.
Hey, what are you two doing here? Dusty, like an abandoned house. Let's press on.
Oh my god, she just destroyed them. Holy shit. Also, apologies, I don't know how to use Skirk that well. Even though I have her and her weapon, I don't have time to, like, understand her kit. Damn, fuck me up. Can I not, like, shoot them like Skirk has been training me to do for, like, the past however many days have passed?
Oh, looks like this is a dead end. Did we make it to his hiding place?
Yep, this looks like the spot that he took my, soul.
Ugh, this fog is making it impossible to see anything!
This should be the place where you were attacked, Traveler.
Also didn't realize, like, they gave her a different outfit when she's in combat.
The missing part of your soul should be nearby. Can you sense where it is?
I close my eyes and focus on the light that came from my wound back. Yes, I can sense something. It is nearby, but I can't tell the exact location. Nothing except... but I know it's nearby.
Our opponent must have covered his tracks just in case. Otherwise, you should have sensed it much more strongly.
Hold on! Look! The spikes are back!
Stay calm. Let's hold back a little. Give our enemy some wiggle room so we can see what we're dealing with. If you're too reckless, we might be playing right into his hands. Our enemy took part of your soul for a reason. It's likely he integrated it into his attack somehow. If we're smart about this, we can track it down.
Oh, I tried dodging.
From the start, the attacks have been focused on me. Trying to break through my defenses? I see. There. I got it back.
Traveler! Skirk! What happened? It looked like Skirk just got...
In the Guili Plains, you asked me why this enemy chose you as his target. Now, the answer is clear. It's not just the fact that your strength is impressive. It's also because of your ability to, as you put it, purify abyssal power. Whatever that actually means. The fact is, that ability allowed him to do something that should have been completely impossible. Namely, break through my defenses and steal my power.
Dang! So you were his real target.
No. He couldn't have known I'd come to his domain. He only stole your soul fragment because he knew the value of its power. I doubt he expected it to come in handy so soon. Call it fate if you want. I believe that's the term they use in this world for arbitrary coincidences like this. In any case, it works to our advantage. Once I realized what he was using that power for, it gave me the chance to get back what you lost.
But you...
I'll cope. Well, done gorging? Good. Time to answer some questions. How did you get the power of the all-devouring narwhal?
Oh.
The all-devouring narwhal? Oh, of course! Paimon knew that spike thing looked familiar. It looks just like that narwhal's horn!
Oh, damn it, that's why it looks so familiar.
I highly doubt you acquired that power through your own strength. Tell me I'm wrong. You're desperate enough to scour the land for god remains and whatever vestiges of power you can find. That alone proves you wouldn't be able to defeat a creature like that. Which leaves one possibility. You know my master, the Foul, Sertology.
The Foul? Who dares call him foul? Sertology. Sertology!
What's wrong? Bit off more power than you can chew? You're struggling to hold a basic conversation.
Just a little longer. I'm still...
Look! It's back!
Those obsessed with power will let it devour them before abandoning their pursuit.
What should we do now?
Keep calm and use reason to decide the best course of action.
Skirk was stabbed by one of the spikes while retrieving the fragment of my soul. In the process, some of her power was stolen. The culprit is hiding somewhere beyond the fog. Good understanding of his attack pattern. The fight just now. If we pursue him, our chances of winning are high. Skirk's breathing is weaker than usual. We attack now and guarantee her or Paimon's safety. It's our decision to make, but I think we should get out of here.
Wise decision. Final victory doesn't always come after a single battle. You've got your soul fragment back, so we both got what we came for. Let the enemy draw breath while he can. It won't be for long. Get us out of here, Traveler. You'll need to lead the way this time.
Up, guess up to me.
Skirk, is your shoulder gonna be okay?
The wound is minor. It'll heal in no time. You should focus on getting out of here alive instead.
Don't swing at me.
Falling spikes! Run!
You can't hit me.
Watch out! Looks like this place is about to collapse! So, this guy's power has something to do with the all-devouring narwhal. Did you know that all along, Skirk?
I had my suspicions. That's why I decided to investigate in the first place. But suspicions only get you so far. I needed to verify it for myself.
That we did.
Phew. Oh, I should be safe here, right?
I no longer sense his presence. Can't have followed us out of that abyssal domain. Weaklings like him will find that my power is not so easily controlled. He won't be leaving that place until he's managed to digest it.
The all-devouring narwhal. His power even managed to steal from you of all people.
You seem surprised. I suppose that's fair. You've seen but a fraction of what that whale is capable of. That gaping maw could swallow a planet whole. It's called the all-devouring narwhal for a reason. Devouring is what it does best. It can extract power from anything, dead or alive, as long as it manages to make physical contact.
Yeah, when we had our run-in with that thing, Neuvillette mentioned that it has an instinct to devour.
Your dragon friend recognized the nature of its abilities and used the power of Hydro to protect you. That worked because it was in a satiated state, so it was somewhat less aggressive than usual. It's a different story when it has no more power to feed off of. That's when its true voracious nature kicks in. It could devour everything on the planet in that state, which is why I cast it into that void space. But I hadn't counted on there being anyone left on this planet capable of wielding its power. To me, that says he must have encountered the whale a long time ago. Meaning, he must have known my master.
Yeah. Hearing you say the foul definitely got a reaction out of him.
Exactly. It told me everything I needed to know. Hence why I said we both got what we came for. And I believe that brings our transaction to an end. Now that you're whole again, you can get back to your own journey. I'll handle the rest of this situation myself.
No way! We can't leave now! Something was stolen from you because of us! We have to help you get it back!
This isn't my first taste of failure or losing power. When you fall, you get back up again and become stronger. That's how it is.
But what if that monster finds you before you're all better? Plus, how are you gonna get home? It's not like you can just go swoosh and open a door to the abyss again. Not without your full strength. So, sticking with us for the time being doesn't sound so bad, does it?
It's not out of pity. You said I don't want to be in your debt. Well, still am.
Fair enough. Then take this.
What is it?
A bag of Mora. Nothing in this world is free. I know that much.
Oh, thanks.
I'll leave the planning to you. Hurry up and decide where to go. We shouldn't linger.
We should take Skirk somewhere she can rest. But where? Paimon gets the feeling Skirk wouldn't like being around a lot of people. Oh wait! Baizhu said we could rest in the back room of the pharmacy, didn't he? Let's head there!
Boo-boo pharmacy, though?
He'll know something about Master. I'm sure of it. Next time, I need to be ready.
Your outfit looks different.
Oh, this? It's a star crystal suit. Abyssal energy is scarce in Tevat. Wearing this helps me access it more freely. It stores concentrated abyssal energy that I can draw from on the go. When the energy runs out, it reverts back to its original form.
How's the shoulder?
Fine. It was just a scratch. It'll take time to recover my strength, of course. But adapting to situations like this is nothing new for me.
Alright, let's go.
Found somewhere to rest. Well, lead the way then.
Now, of course we'd walk, but we ain't gonna do that. It'd be pretty cool though if she was following us though. I saw
your prescription.
Aisha here.
You look much better, traveler. Should I take it that your health issues are resolved? Very true, Changsheng. Further observation is in order, I think. We haven't had many patients recently, so we have several vacant rooms. Feel free to stay a few more days if you need.
Awesome. Thanks.
Hear that, Paimon? Free lodging.
This bag from Skirk has a ton of Mora in it. Does she have a job or something? Wait, no. After what we saw at Wamin Restaurant, that seems impossible. Can you imagine? It would go something like... I'll be collecting my paycheck now, boss. Oh, sure thing. Wait, who are you? Have we met? Huh. Can't hold a job if you make everyone forget about you. So, what did she do to get all this Mora?
Ugh. Claimed some buried treasure, took care of a few monsters that were causing trouble. Nothing untoward. It's safe to use.
Ah! You heard all that?
A sonorous voice like yours is hard to miss. I wouldn't be surprised if the sound of it traveled to the nearest mountaintop.
Dang.
Then, did you by chance happen to hear Paimon's little, joke earlier?
You mean when you called me Frosty the Lavender Melon?
Yes, you did. Paimon's whispering needs some work.
No, sorry. Paimon totally misspoke just now. She didn't say that at all. It was, a Paimon lookalike. Yeah, she's a piece of work, that one. Always impersonating Paimon and giving people weird nicknames.
It's so funny considering what happened to her original VA.
Okay, fine. The truth is, Paimon didn't like you all that much at the start, but things are different now. You helped the Traveler in a big way, so what do you say? Friends?
Ugh. I noticed there was only one bed. Go ahead and get some rest.
Skirk, the bed is for you.
Wait, what about you?
I don't get tired, and I don't need rest. I'm going to practice my sword work. That should help me regain some strength.
Okay.
But your shoulder... Hey, don't just leave! Ah, whatever. Let her tire herself out. She'll come back eventually. Let's get some sleep, Traveler. That comfy bed is calling, Paimon.
Skirk is stubborn. Even if I tried to convince her to take it easy, I doubt she'd listen. Paimon is right. Skirk will stop and take a break once she gets tired. I hope. I should probably just get some sleep. Or she's acting like she didn't just get stabbed in the shoulder. Something seems off with her, though.
Quiet!
Who are you talking to? No one around us. Unless...
Do you even remember how many of us perished in that fire? How many bodies were left to rot on the scorched earth? Yet you alone live on.
Keep your gaze fixed on your blade. You don't deserve to rest.
Run, Skirk, run! Only death awaits us here. Keep running, and don't ever look back.
Right. In the dream I witnessed, Skirk was training alone, but there were disembodied voices talking to her. One of them mentioned a fire. I wonder what happened exactly. Only she could just talk to us.
Getting an early night's sleep is the best. That bed was so comfy. Wait, Skirk? Have you been sitting out here the whole night? The bed's all yours if you want it.
Covered your strength yet?
About 60%. Maybe 70.
Whoa! Paimon thought it would take at least a couple of days. That was fast.
No, not fast enough. That's 20% less than last time. Same training regimen, same intensity. Nothing felt different, but somehow the outcome fell short.
Maybe it's because of the spike that stabbed you that has, my abyssal power that drains abyssal energy.
No, I think the problem's with me. I need to meditate for the next 2 days. Deep introspection should help me find the issue.
Ooh, sounds intense. We'll watch over you in the meantime, then.
Thanks. See you in 2 days.
Skirk is still meditating, huh? It's been 2 days already. Shouldn't she be awake by now?
No idea. Maybe it's not going too well.
Paimon can't think of anything we can do to help. Oh, wait! Breakfast! That's it! Paimon will go get breakfast! Skirk is gonna be starving when she wakes up. Be right back.
Skirk looks so serene, almost like she really is asleep. You again. What are you doing here? This place feels familiar. Where am I exactly? There are towering cliffs, withering trees, and a strange river flowing from the horizon. All the way here, it's broken up several times along the way. Waterfall at each breakpoint. Closer inspection, the color of the water is changing. The closer I get to the lower portion, the darker it becomes, almost as if... You bring me here? And that must mean this is...
That's right. This is Skirk's inner world. Think of it as the threshold between the soul and dreams. This isn't your first time here, but what you remember is probably a space covered in darkness. I only managed to illuminate a small portion for you back then.
So you can speak.
Actually, it's my first time talking to someone like this. I only managed to break free and bring you here because the injury weakened her power. I guess that's why I can speak again, too. Call it fate, if you want. I think that's the word they use in this world for lucky coincidences like this, right? Now, before I take you to her, I gotta ask. You're the first outside visitor to ever come here, so what's your impression of this place?
What is that river?
Oh, you noticed. This river represents Skirk's strength. Strength accumulates over time. It is the summation of a person's lived experience. So this river is where all the fragments of Skirk's life should converge into a single stream of memories and emotions, flowing forward as one. But as you can see, this river has been severed numerous times. It's because Skirk doesn't like who she was in the past, and all she sees reflected in the river is a disgraceful shadow of who she was. She cuts through water and rock with the sword of reason, severs her connection with the past, and begins anew.
Wait, reminds me of something.
You must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion. Crush the self that makes you weak, and become master over your physical form.
This isn't my first taste of failure or losing power. When you fall, you get back up again and become stronger. That's how it is.
See. So it was Sir Delogi who taught Skirk to replace all emotions with reason. Since then, it's been a constant process of abandoning, refuting, and erasing her past self. I suppose as a secret of her strength. But it's such a sad thing to think about. What has she been through? Why does it have to be this way?
The answer to one mystery invites another question, I see. Let's follow the river upstream. There among the cliffs, among the memories etched into her heart, lies the truth of it all. Soon, you'll understand everything.
Oh. Huh. That looks oddly familiar. Wait, isn't that the picture I drew for Paimon? Why is she showing up? Why is it showing up in Skirk's memories?
I've always thought that, even when falling leaves don't come from the same tree, they can still form bonds of kinship when they meet. Like meteors, you both made a journey through the stars. Both travelers who have landed on a planet that is not your home. Yet, when she first noticed your presence, although she hesitated for a moment, she still chose to walk away, indifferent as ever.
Why? When I think about it, it's not surprising at all. But what happened at Wamen Restaurant? It's obvious she prefers to disappear from other people's lives. She hasn't seen Child in years, either. Doubt she's ever made a connection with this world of her own volition. What I'm seeing now is a microcosm of her entire life.
Seems like you've answered your own question. Skirk sees herself as a trespasser in this world. She's made a conscious choice to avoid altering its path. But the reason for that decision stems from events much earlier on in her life. Let's keep going. It's still a long way to the source of the river.
Am I allowed to walk on this? This is supposed to represent her strength. The purple river, probably all her limbs. You know, it's all. The more clear it gets up over there, everything else.
You now have what it takes to wield immense power. From this day forth, I shall teach you no more. No one can become a worthy warrior through imitation alone. I have given you fangs and claws. Now, you must learn to hunt.
You wish me to travel the world beyond on my own, Master?
Indeed. Make new friends. Embark on your own journey. And piece together a new future from the shattered remnants of your past. We will still have contact through the abyss. But know this. One day, I will take the life you worked so hard to rebuild and reduce it to ashes. Just like the fire that haunts your mind.
Damn, like this.
Why do you do that?
I have told you before, fear is the catalyst for human evolution. You have tasted loss. You have known fear, so deep it can be felt in the bones. But as living beings, we all have an instinct to detach from that which harms us. And thus pain dampens over time, and the acrid taste of fear becomes but a distant memory. Yet now, I have bestowed upon you the gift of fear eternal. It will drown you in the nightmare of your childhood, or it shall drive you to defeat me, whatever the cost.
Figure next to Skirk looks familiar. Right. I saw the same figure during the battle against the all-devouring narwhal.
That is what Skirk's master, the foul Sertologi, looked like at one point in time.
One point in time? Also the whole, hey, I'll go make new friends and all that. And then I'm gonna come back and kill them all. Kinda, in a way, reminds me in God of War, where Ares is fighting Kratos in, like, the last battle. He goes, I was only trying to make you a strong warrior. That's how I feel like it's gonna happen. Like, yeah, you succeeded. Die. Eventually. Hopefully, I'm hoping, like, we'll probably see him sometime in the Node Karai series of events, in the 6.0 series. we'll have like a final battle against him. We'll help Skirk. Maybe Child will make a guest appearance. Who knows? It's just wishful thinking on my part.
Of course. As a higher being, physical form is a triviality to him. He could appear as a beast, a human, or even a monster that defies description. The form you see him in here, clad in abyssal armor, is the one he usually wears when traveling through the stars.
And the narwhal symbol really does look like Quantum in Star Rail. I do feel like there's some maybe kind of connection there. Like a plane within the world where Genshin and Star Rail are connected somehow. I feel like it is. Who knows? I used to think Sertology and Skirk were just a master and disciple. Skirk and Child. Now I see why Skirk chose to distance herself from humanity. Sertology told her to put down roots here, at the same time threatening to destroy whatever life she managed to create.
For certain reasons, I need to bridge the power gap between me and my master as quickly as possible. But first, I need to understand the source of his strength. To do that, I need to follow in his footsteps, walk the path he once walked, and somewhere along the way, I'll find out how to defeat him. That is my sole focus and purpose.
So, that's what she meant. Still don't understand why Sertology would do that. And what he said, I didn't pick up on a conflict between them.
I'll let you in on a little secret. The real Sertology is terrifying. The scope of his power is impossible to understand until you experience it firsthand. It is absolute. The power to crush all things. Shall we keep going? Let's see. We're about halfway there.
Push through. Reach the end of this. Must be when Skirk was a kid.
We've made it quite a ways already. This is Skirk, when she first began training under Sertology.
I have set your broken wrist. Tomorrow, you're to train twice as hard. No tears this time. Good. Attempting to garner sympathy through tears is a habit of the weak. A pitiful, useless ploy.
Can I ask a question, Master? Why did you save me? I keep thinking, maybe it would be better if I had died. I wouldn't be haunted by that fire all the time. I wouldn't have to go on like this.
I saved you because I have a plan for you. It has been too long since I fought a battle that demanded my full strength, and I hunger for it. Every so-called genius and prodigy I have faced has crumbled like sand underfoot. Before me, even fate bends the knee. So, I will teach you everything I know, train you by whatever means necessary, in the hope that one day, you might surprise me.
But I don't want to draw my sword against you, Master.
What you want matters little. Among the boundless sea of stars, the cries of the weak are but faint murmurs that disappear into the void. You of all people know that well.
Yes, Master.
From that day forward, all she knew was grueling training, emptiness, and fatigue. After some time, her talent bloomed, and she gained control over her emotions, like her master. How should I put it? It was not that human emotion disappeared from her heart, but that reason came to dictate all she was allowed to feel. I suppose it was at this point that she became the Skirk you know today.
Sturtology saved Skirk from a disaster when she was a child. Never even tried to hide his ulterior motive. Suppose that leaves one final mystery. What really happened with the disaster back then? Sturtology's final words to Skirk were cold and cruel. But Skirk's reaction made it seem like it was a truth she knew all too well. I have a feeling it all comes back to what happened back then.
We're nearly there. I almost don't want to reach the end. Well, shall we? This is the final stretch. These are Skirk's happiest memories. What a simple and carefree time it was. Wisps of clouds dotted the sky. The sun bathed everything in golden light. And when song filled the air, not even the shyest of flowers could resist swaying along. This is Skirk's homeland. She was so curious about everything as a child, always skipping school to go exploring instead. There was so much to discover. The treasures at the bottom of the sea, the secrets beyond the stars, and that merchant ship packed with adults wearing those strange clothes. Yes, the ship. That was the beginning of the end. It was a spaceship. When it arrived, the people that disembarked wore smiles on their faces and spoke of friendship. They claimed to be merchants from a neighboring planet, looking to establish trade. Skirk's parents, her relatives, her neighbors, everyone welcomed the newcomers with open arms and allowed them to explore the planet. To them, the visitors were guests and should be treated with hospitality. No one had any idea of what was to come. Several months later, an army of unknown origin arrived without warning and carried out a ruthless campaign to destroy everything and everyone on the planet. Skirk had skipped school that day, like so many times before, so she was not caught in the immediate wave of destruction. But when she came home that day, only fire and ruin awaited her. Countless people cried out to her for help. People she knew and loved. Friends and relatives. The little girl who lived next door. The shop owner with the bad leg. The bad-tempered teacher she had made fun of just that morning. Their lives were discarded like worthless trash as the fire consumed one life after another. Skirk was helpless. All she could do was run. And so she did. She kept running until an unexpected figure crossed her path. If Sirtology hadn't been there in that moment, the fire would have claimed her life too. And there she would have remained, left to rot in the scorched earth, with no answer as to why any of this was happening.
So, why did those people destroy her homeland?
Because she and her people were seen as a threat.
A threat? They do something bad?
As the initial merchant ship explored the planet, they discovered that it hadn't always had the condition to support life. Yet there was evidence of human activity, even during the periods of extreme heat or cold in the past. Further research revealed that, over time, the people of this planet had evolved the ability to adapt to any type of environment or energy source. For that reason, the outsiders viewed them as a potential threat, and decided to eliminate them before the threat could rear its head. And so, the army was called, and the so-called danger was wiped from the face of the planet.
Because of speculation? All those innocent people.
Senseless, isn't it? Deemed a threat because of a gift they didn't even know they had. Perhaps it was their own innocence and kindness that doomed them. But in the end, that was lost to the blaze as well. If those with power get to decide good and evil, then all you can trust in is the sword in your hand. And so, before death could claim her, she ran. She ran and never stopped.
Now I see why Sturtologi's threat is such a terrifying prospect for her.
No one wants to relive their most painful moments. Well, that brings us to the end of the story. This is as far as we can go. Skirk is waiting over there. For both of us. Let's go to her. It's time to fulfill my purpose. And my greatest wish over all these years.
So all this, just so you could bring him here.
I have things to say to you. Well, to me. I want someone to witness our reconciliation, even if it takes an argument to get there. And he is the best choice in this moment.
Wait, then you must be...
Her suppressed emotional self. The version of herself she keeps locked in the recesses of her mind, stifled by reason. All those rejected impulses, those discarded aspects of your past selves, they are a part of me now. I am who you used to be. Someone you have refused to face for too long. So, I came to face you instead.
You're wrong. I've faced you all along. And that's exactly why I keep you locked here. Your existence makes me weak. Moments of joy and longing are when we are most vulnerable. Don't forget, it was a penchant for goodness over reason that doomed our homeland in the first place. The vastness of the universe renders everything insignificant. Our feelings most of all.
Even so, learning from the mistakes of the past doesn't have to mean erasing everything. Strip yourself of your so-called weaknesses, emotions like kindness and empathy, and what makes you any different from the ruthless soldiers who slaughtered our people?
The difference is that I'm doing what is right, what is necessary. I allow you to exist, but with limited freedom. That is the greatest kindness I can offer. I've shouldered everything you couldn't carry. I rose above the numbness and emptiness, and it was cold, unfeeling reason that brought me this far. It made me who I am. It made me strong.
That is the problem. I want to shoulder those things together. On the grand scale of the entire universe, maybe our feelings are vanishingly small, but why should that mean they don't matter? Emotion gives warmth to the cold expanse of space. It gives meaning to the world around us. Think back to those nights of gazing at the stars, Those afternoons of exploring the unknown. Think back and let them grant you peace. A brief respite from the pressure you put on yourself.
That isn't what we need.
It's exactly what we need. Aren't you curious about why recovering your strength has taken longer than normal this time?
Finally, you get to the important part. That is the only answer I came here to find.
Then look around. Look at your inner world. You cast aside your dreams and curiosity, and in doing so, you lost your original motivation. You severed all connection to who you used to be, so you can no longer draw strength from your past. Now, the only things driving you forward are fear and survivor's guilt. But these cannot take you far enough. And so, this river, the source of your strength, grows more polluted by the day.
And do you think that means I should seek help from a weak little thing like you?
Thank you for saying that. I knew bringing you here would be the right choice. To be honest, I'm not here to argue with you. This isn't about who's right or wrong. And in fact, I agree that in order to make it through the wake of that tragedy, we had to distance ourselves from the pain through reason over emotion. But what is right at one point in time isn't always right forever. I know you will never forget that fire. I know the fact that you were the sole survivor fills you with guilt. And I know that among the voices that haunt you, mine is there too. Because deep down, you know that you didn't turn out to be the person you wanted to be. All those unfulfilled hopes are like knives to the heart. And I don't want you to hurt anymore. So even if you can't accept me, I hope, at least, that you can let go.
I keep thinking, maybe it would be better if I had died. I wouldn't be haunted by that fire all the time. I wouldn't have to go on like this.
Your dad and I, we're not afraid to stare death in the face, but we need you to survive.
I'm sick of being a kid. There's so many amazing things out there, and I'm ready to see them all.
I remember. There was a song Mom and Dad always sang when we went out to fetch water. Dancing water. The sand along your path is begging for your song and movement. Will you carry this burden with you on your journey? I am not the dancing water, and you are not the burdensome sand. But if this is your wish, then I will carry you with me until the end.
Thank you.
I should be thanking you.
Run, Skirk, run! Remember, leave no one alive!
Heed my words, Skirk. Let fear take root in your soul.
Did you survive? Why was it only you?
Skirk,
did you become a positive light in this world?
Hey, this doesn't have to be the end. Life is a gift. Don't let darkness claim it.
So, you saw my memories then. I once asked my master if survival of the strongest was the law of the universe. He said no. But in a world without order, those with no moral boundaries tend to be the ones who survive.
That isn't true strength. Power is not a substitute for doing what is right.
That's why, after hearing his answer, an idea came to mind. An idea that, one day, I would create a new world order. One in which there would never be another tragedy like that fire. One in which power was not the law of the land. But that means I must defeat him. Because my master, Sertologi, is, at the core, a defier of all rules and order.
Sounds like you have your work cut out for you.
Yes, and not just because of the gap in our abilities, but also because I have no reason to see him as an enemy. Although his decision to train me was not made out of kindness, he did everything a master should. He saved my life, taught me the sword and the principles of strength. And for that, I respect him.
But he intends to face you in battle one day.
I know. And it's not something I want. But Master never goes back on his word. I have to treat everything he says as a promise. He's no longer into that. But he sends me messages through the abyss every now and then. Most of them are simple greetings, or an answer to one of my questions. Every time I hear from him, my heart skips a beat. And I wonder if this is the moment where he'll finally appear before me and tear down everything I've built to pieces. Maybe that means I do live in eternal fear, just like he said. Yes, I respect him, but I'm also afraid of him. And for that reason, the pursuit of strength consumes every moment of my life. I don't know what Master has planned, but I have to be ready.
If he does attack you one day, I'll help you.
Help me? Why? This isn't your fight.
Because if we want to build the world we both want to see, everyone has to be willing to fight for it. We all do our part, make the entire universe a kinder place. Bards! You have my sword. Oh, I can't even take a photo of this place.
Oh, you're finally awake! Honestly, Paimon was gone for like 2 seconds and then she comes back and finds you both unconscious? Oh, you scared Paimon half to death. You're both okay, right?
Yeah.
What does it look like?
Looks like your strength is back.
Only water from the source can cleanse the rot and filth that flows from the past into the future. I taught you to incorporate the experiences from your journey into how you fight. I suppose what happened today will become an inseparable part of who I am.
Okay, so Paimon feels like she's missing some important context. But whatever. Paimon brought back tons of delicious snacks. Let's dig in.
All right, it's about time we finished what we started.
We're gonna deal with this thief for good, right?
Finally. Let's show him what we're made of.
This time, I'm not going to tell you to hold back. But having digested even more power in the meantime, he's going to be tougher than before. The good news is, we have no reason to pull our punches this time. So, let's go. Same place as last time.
I'm actually surprised we're going back. I was expecting it to kind of end right there for a moment. Kind of glad it didn't. Do it.
The fog is gone! Wait, isn't that the form the all-devouring narwhal changed into? How come he knows that, too?
That's what the fowl used to look like.
Really? So, you're telling Paimon that giant whale and this guy can both turn into the fowl? How does that work?
It's a subconscious instinct. Any intelligent being who longs for his level of strength is bound to mimic his appearance. It's a natural response after encountering someone as powerful as Master. To them, he represents ultimate power. We know the person before us has encountered Master, and we know he stole a portion of my power. So it's not surprising that he would assume this form.
Okay. Oh, the closer Paimon looks, the more intimidating it gets. Nervalette isn't here this time, so it's up to us. He won't have the nerve to steal again after we're done with him. Let's teach this guy a lesson.
Prepare to get your ass kicked.
Into the void!
Bombs away!
Surge!
Haven't forgotten your training, I hope.
Jump him.
Annihilate!
Steal.
Go! Water jet!
Stay down.
Haven't had enough of my power. Well then, let's see how much more of this power you can handle.
Ooh, a Conrian.
Well, have you come to your senses?
You saw that my body was at its limit. So, you deliberately channeled your power into me, knowing that it would destroy my shell from within. Such power. Such keen battle instincts. So you must be...
Skirk, Sertologi's disciple.
How long has it been? How long has he been away from Tevat?
Hundreds of years.
Hundreds? Sorry, it's a lot to take in. I should introduce myself. I am Skofnungar, a friend of your master and one of his followers. This is the first time I've heard your name, Skirk. But hundreds of years ago, I knew you existed. And I knew you would come here.
Hundreds of years ago?
Sounds like you and Master have quite the history. Care to tell us about it?
Of course. Might as well take advantage of a clear head while I can. The story starts a long, long time ago. I was born into a noble family in Conria. As the eldest son, I was set to inherit our title. But I contracted an incurable illness as a child, and everyone gave up on me. I trained the sword harder than anyone else, defeated all of my peers. But it was all in vain. When other people looked at me, all I saw in their eyes was pity or a strange glee in my misfortune. Even my parents were just waiting for me to die. Over time, my heart hardened, and I became aimless. That was the point where I met your master, Sertologi. We were similar in age, but different in background. He was born in prison, the son of criminals who had been sentenced to death. He spent his childhood wandering the streets, facing more criticism than the literary works in the Universitas Magistrorum. Yet, he always wore a smile on his face, as if kindness and malice were one and the same, and he could not see the difference. I still remember what he said to me when we first met. You need to fight to survive. Even if it's a losing battle, it should light a fire under you. How can you sit back like this and go down without a fight?
That does sound like something he would say.
He was the first to acknowledge that I was worth something, and he inspired me to keep going. When we sparred together, it was the first time I'd actually felt the thrill of combat. When I was 10, he stole forbidden research materials and managed to cure my illness. It was like there was nothing in this world he couldn't accomplish. When it came to the human form, he was always intent on pushing the boundaries of possibility. But somewhere along the way, I fell behind. My talents were nothing compared to his, and at some point, I realized he had pulled so far ahead, I was too embarrassed to even ask him to spar. After his grand endeavor was successful, he sought me out and said to me,
"This planet no longer holds anything of interest to me, so I'm leaving. But first, I have an offer. I can use a power I have just refined to break the curse of immortality for you. Your death was once what we worked so hard to prevent. But the immortality you now face is a different kind of pain altogether."
I'll pass. Immortality doesn't sound so bad to me. Since I can't die, it means I have an infinite amount of time to get stronger. Maybe I'll finally catch up to you one day, and we can spar like we used to.
Are you sure? I cannot say when I will return. Your body, or rather, your soul, might not be able to withstand this curse.
All I can do is try. After all, a wise man once told me, people need to fight for their own survival.
Wise indeed. Nevertheless, if you grow weary of the pain of immortality, and wish to experience a good sparring match before you wither away, seek out my disciple.
Disciple? Never thought I'd hear that word coming from you.
Nor I. But Vedifenir said I was destined to find a disciple out there in the universe, and bring her to Tibet. You know as well as I, Vedifenir's prophecies are never wrong.
Well, now I'm curious about who this disciple of yours will be.
All Vedifenir said was that one day, the stars shall bow in her honor.
Sounds pretty impressive.
Of course. Only the most outstanding people would have the right to become my disciple.
Still self-assured as ever, I see. But you're not wrong.
I'll be leaving then. Oh, and if you are serious about getting stronger, I left you a little gift in the primordial sea. As I've said before, walk whatever path you want. Freedom means even the wicked get to make their own choices.
Waiting for me in the primordial sea was the all-devouring narwhal, already beaten into submission by Sertologi. In its weakened state, I was able to cut off part of its flesh and sew it into my own heart.
Your heart? That sounds like torture! How did you even survive that?
Well, he's immortal.
Because, of course, I bear the curse of immortality.
So, you used the curse to turn yourself into a vessel for power. Even with that whale's ability, devouring power like that is not something the human body can withstand. With your body and soul constantly at the breaking point, It was the curse of immortality that sustained you. But that is not the path to strength. You have to pour your heart into it, work for it, dream of it. Instead, you stole something that didn't belong to you, and it backfired.
You're right. I should have known better, but I had already pushed myself to my limits, and he was still miles ahead of me. So I had to take a leap of faith. I miss your master. I miss the days when we were all together, troublemakers without a home. I don't regret the choice I made. But if you'll allow it, I do want to apologize. To both of you.
After the beating we just gave you, I think we can call it even.
You're an interesting one as well. Sertologi's disciple. That's a lot to live up to. It can't have been an easy experience. I know what he's like. He rules with an iron fist, using despair and fear to force you to catch up to him, all the while standing ever out of reach. We're like mountain climbers in the dark, never knowing how much higher we have to climb, or when we will see the sun again.
True. But I made up my mind long ago. No matter how dark it gets, I will not give in to despair. I will overcome it. Besides, after hearing your story, I suspect what Master really wants is not a battle that demands his full strength, but rather a defeat without regrets.
Oh?
Since you're his friend, you must have some things in common. First time we came here, when you stabbed me through the fog and stole my power, I felt no emotion coming from that spike. But when you had to devote all your strength fighting me just now, I could feel joy and passion emanating from your blade. It was the joy of a researcher discovering the truth of the world, the joy of an artist uncovering a temple of wonders.
Interesting. I'm certain I didn't express those emotions outright, yet you were able to read them from my blade, like a glimpse into my inner world. You're right. That battle brought me an unbridled sense of joy, and my defeat brings me no regret whatsoever.
Exactly. I think Master also craves a battle like that. One where his opponent forces him to use all his strength, unlock the extent of his potential, and transcend his own limits. A battle to end all battles. After which, all can come to an end. Including, perhaps, his life. For that very reason, good and evil are meaningless to him. He has one purpose, one goal, to complete himself. It's one of the secrets to his strength.
Perhaps you're right. Perhaps that is his goal. What a battle that would be. Oh, to witness such a...
Are you okay?
Too many different kinds of power are surging through my body. The curse of immortality allows it all to coexist, but it does not remove the pain. I won't be able to hold on to my sanity for much longer. What a shame. I would have loved to witness that battle. Sertologi once offered to free me from this curse. Now, I must ask that of you, Skirk. Can you release me from the pain?
I can, but not through death, if that's what you were hoping for. It's not a suitable punishment for your crime. As an alternative, I can take your consciousness, along with all the power you've consumed, and smash it to pieces. The impurities will dissipate, and under the curse of immortality, your mind and body will regenerate. When that process is complete, you will be back to who you were before, no longer tortured by powers you can't control. But it will be a time-consuming and painful process. The decision is yours to make.
I accept. And who knows? Perhaps I'll wake up in time to witness your great battle with Sertologi. I have faith that you'll be able to stand against him one day. Though I know it'll be a long and arduous road. If we are climbers in the dark, it appears the dawn has finally broken for me. But your ascent continues. At least, it looks like you are not alone on your journey.
I will reach the top of this mountain, no matter what it takes. And you, Skofnunger, will be my witness at the end of all things.
Whew, that's finally over. Let's get out of here.
Man, that was a lot to take in.
At least we don't have to make a mad dash for the exit like last time.
Is 2 days, 19 hours for the banner. Holy crap, that was a lot of dialogue that I was just sitting there quietly too.
We did it! Oh, it's only been a few days, but it feels like forever. Once again, we've proved there's nothing we can't overcome. We're just that awesome.
I didn't even break a sweat.
Wow, you sound even more confident than usual. Guess you really have become stronger. Today sure went by fast. It's night already. Oh wait, that reminds Paimon. The stars you mentioned, the ones that died out, are they back now?
Yes. The power Skofnunger stole has been returned. So, the stars have regained their light.
Great! Huh, it's crazy that you even noticed their light was gone. There are so many stars in the sky. If a few disappeared, Paimon definitely wouldn't be able to tell.
I suppose it's because I have gazed upon this sky for centuries. The false stars, hanging in the meticulously planned sky, glittering with rotten light. It's not real. And yet, it is for that very reason that I can look upon it and enjoy the momentary peace it brings.
It's beautiful, I agree. I'd like to see what it's like up there.
Even the most beautiful of bubbles has to burst. We will return to the real universe one day, whether of our own volition or not. Time marches ever forward. Even the innocent and naive will taste life's bitterness. Yet through hardship, we grow until we learn to seize the sands of time for ourselves and uncover our true strength. Though we gaze upon a false sky, its vastness and majesty is palpable. One can only wonder, what is it going to take for kindness to reign supreme in the vast expanse of the universe?
Ugh, this is all going over Paimon's head. But if she knows one thing, it's that the Traveler always finds a way. Ever since we met, he has filled Paimon's days with happiness. No matter how tough things get, he always finds a way to make it better. If it's too big a job for one person, then we'll do it with two. And if two's still not enough, then three.
If three's not enough, we'll get 4.
We've met so many amazing friends and accomplished so many amazing things. As long as we don't give up, we can make any wish come true.
I suppose when it comes to you, anything is possible. Well, I should be going. Now that my power is no longer isolated from my emotions, I need more practice to get used to it.
When will we meet again?
I suppose fate will decide. Maybe we'll bump into each other on the street. Or maybe we'll reunite on a different planet entirely.
Yeah, right. I'll see you in Dane's quest, alright?
Regardless, reunions and partings are but passing moments. More than anything, I hope that, at the end of this journey, wherever it takes us, we stand in a world reborn. One without war, pain, or forced partings. One where new life can bloom, even where there was once nothing but scorched earth. For this, we must all work to become stronger.
Of course.
Goodbye, traveler. Remember your training. Make sure to put it to use.
Bye!
See you in Dane's quest.
Is it just Paimon, or is she being nicer than before? We definitely count as friends after all that, don't you think? Hey, what do you think about camping here tonight? There's nothing quite like sleeping under the stars. Come tomorrow, we can continue our journey. Oh, and since Paimon treated you to that super nice meal at Wanmin Restaurant, it's about time you returned the favor.
You make a good point, Paimon. Hell yeah. That was a very 10 out of 10 quest. Holy shit. That was a lot. Nice. We got her guitar too. We can put it in the teapot. That is awesome. Coordinates. It's honestly hella awesome. It's a consumable? Oh, you can read it. Awesome. Oh, it's a item now. Oh, yeah, all the. Oh, right here it is. Awesome. I don't know what to say. That was just really good. Learn more about Logi. How much I want to fight him now. Makes me also wonder about Skirk's homeworld, the whole planet. That those guys that came just like, oh yeah, these humans can adapt to anything. Let's kill them because they might be a threat. How fucked up is that? Maybe we'll actually go see that planet when we're done with the Tibet chapter. I really hope so. I'm really curious to see what they're. Switch this back. As. Oh, is the itinerary. Oh, my list gets even shorter. I think next I want to do, in my own time, is Chiori's, Arlecchino's, Siege Queens. But I'm gonna end it here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.